Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from London, England. Another cool day from your host, your guy, the one and only and truly DLG Reppin', otherwise short for Delta Echo Lima, or no, Delhi London Guna, Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. Yes, I'm here again with another DLG Reppin's daily transfer news involving all things to do with Arsenal Football Club. Welcome again, or should I say good morning to you guys. You could be watching the England-Spain game on your TV sets with your friends or your relatives. You could be brushing your teeth, having breakfast on your way to work. Or good afternoon to you guys. You could be picking up your kids from school, doing some food shopping, tidying up around the house, or allow me to say good night and rest well to all hard workers and those who are seeking jobs and those who are after a better future for themselves. Otherwise, let's get into the ins and outs of Arsenal's transfer activity and what's been going on behind the scenery. Well, we can only assume what's happening with the ins and outs. And I can tell you firsthand that Alexander Zinchenko is in Orlando and he's having his medical. And I did say yesterday that he said his goodbyes to his Manchester City teammates, the coaching staff, and the management. And, last but not least, the fans. So he's with Arsenal, he's with the Arsenal coaches, the medical staff doing his medical. So, or should I say the physios doing his medicals. So it's only a matter of time until this gets announced. Maybe by tomorrow or Friday, he should be announced as an Arsenal player officially. And that is a clever signing. It makes sense. The guy can perform. The guy's a proven performer in both positions of midfield and attack. Now, Arsenal fans, here's a question for you. Are you delighted with the signing of Zinchenko? If you can, leave it in the chat, where positive feedback belongs. As I've said a number of times, If you've got a question, if you've got an opinion on Zinchenko, you know what to do. On top of that, don't forget to smash the thumbs up like button for me, I'd really appreciate the thumbs up being smashed on this channel. Come on, guys. Let's smash the thumbs up like button on this channel. Also, please share this channel share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives, Please make this happen. Let's keep this channel growing, And remember, if you're watching me for the first time, welcome on board. Do share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives, and please get your friends or your relatives to share it amongst their friends and relatives. Got it? On top of that, last but not least, subscribe to the channel, Smash that subscribe button, people. What we're waiting for? Let's get to the 1,000 subscribers on this platform. I'd really appreciate it, So it will be nice to have over 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year or the beginning of the new year. Get subscribing. And remember, if you do that, I'll shout you out, That's me showing you my appreciation and love. All from here, And before, and before I carry on, I can tell you at the Amex Arena where the Euros quarterfinals is happening, I can tell you that it's Spain ladies 0, England ladies 0, and I'm watching it on my screen unfold. So let's get into the ins. So as I've spoken about Zinchenko, he's doing his medical. Personal terms have been agreed, as well as the transfer fee between the two clubs, Arsenal and Man City. And his representatives are obviously happy. It's so hot. Anyway, that's hot news for me. A more speculation, or more, yeah, more transfer activity. I can tell you that Arsenal are still interested in Yuri Tillemans, and I've heard that Edu and Arteta are both trying to push for this move. I don't want trying. I want this move pushed out. I want this move to happen in reality. Pushed out. I want this move to really become the reality here. We need to get this deal over the line. The player has even said himself publicly that he has chosen Arsenal over Manchester United. That speaks volumes. When a player of that ilk says that he prefers Arsenal than Manchester United, that says it all, innit? And I am definitely a massive admirer and fan of Yuri Tillemans. Arsenal fans, would you be happy with Yuri Tillemans? Another question. Leave it in the chat. Let's have a conversation. Right. The other transfer, other alternatives. Well, there's Lucas Paqueta. Now, I can't say I've ever watched him live, but I'm hearing noises about him, especially those are speaking very highly of him. And for me, it's a no-brainer. Well, I say it's a no-brainer, but I don't know. Now, the fee has been dropped to just over 40 million. If that is led to be believed, I don't know how good he is, but I believe if he hit the ground running in the English Premier League, it'd be good for him. Now, would he be able to do that with Arsenal? It depends if Arsenal want to pay the price. So we should not hold our breath on this one. Or Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Now, Arsenal have put in a 47 million bid for him, but that was rejected. Now, we're still waiting on confirmation whether Arsenal are still in for him or not. We need someone to come out and publicly tell us, fans, what our plans are with Milinkovic-Savic. Now, we've been kept waiting in the dark and cold for too long on these transfer targets, and we need answers. I'm going to be talking about a winger. Now, Moussa Diaby of Bayer Leverkusen, again, he's been linked with Arsenal, and that's as far as it goes. Arsenal have never come out and publicly stated that they're not interested in him, or they are interested in him. But one thing for sure, he has been linked. Now, I don't know why I'm bringing up his name, but he's a winger that we could do with. He's a winger that we could do with or will not do with, but we need someone to support the striker. And don't get me wrong, I don't want the onus to be on Gabriel Jesus. We do need another striker. And for me, I would like to see us going for a possible Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I've said that, you know, in my comment section, someone called DGB, shout out to yourself, sir. He doesn't feel that Dominic Calvert-Lewin would be the answer because he's overpriced as an Englishman, but most English players are overpriced. If there's a striker that you would like to see at Arsenal, give me his name and drop it in the comment section below. If we don't go in for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, what about Ivan Toney? Now, I've spoken about him before, and I will do say this. He is one pest if you're playing against him, and he's a problem for defensive players. Now, anything in the air, he will be a problem. His aerial prowess will tell you otherwise. It will speak for itself. You just have to look at his presence in the air, and he would make a good target man, and that's what Arsenal need, a plan B like. Not someone of a similar ilk of Gabriel Jesus or a similar pattern to Eddie Nketiah or even Balogun. But Balogun is a different type of striker. I get that. But for me, he may possibly have to go out on loan. Or the other striker I was thinking about is Moussa Dembele of Lyon. Well, you know, the club's been looking at Paqueta. Sorry, the hiccups. They're looking at Paqueta and they're looking at well, they've been talking about Moussa Dembele, but I don't see anything deteriorating. Don't think anything's coming together with that one. So if we are looking for another striker, let's look for someone who I would class as a goal scoring target, man. And yeah, I'm looking at someone like Ivan Toney. He would be ideal. He's played in the Premier League, performed well for Brentford last season. Why not going with the bid? All we can do is just put the bid in and let's see what happens. I know Brentford are going to definitely ask for a lot of money. Stupid or the right amount of money, we shall see. But he shouldn't be worth no more than 35 million. That is, in my personal opinion. Why should he be valued over 35 million? How much do you reckon? Here's another question for you. How much do you reckon Ivan Toney is worth in the current transfer market? Drop it in the chat. Now, if we are to get a striker, does that mean that we have to sell players to fund that possibility of getting us a striker? Well, Nicolas Pepe will go between 15 to 20 million. I mean, he just hasn't cut the mustard overall. Yes, he's had games here and there in places where he's made an impact, but he just cannot be consistent in what he does. And I think it's the right time to get short of him and get as much money as we can, because we're going to need that extra amount of money if we are going to bring in other targets. Now, Hector Bellerin. Now, the fee with Hector Bellerin is believed to be between 10 to 15 million pounds. If we can get in between that and with getting Nicolas Pepe, then yeah, adios amigos, Hector Bellerin. How do I describe him in his time at Arsenal? How do I sum him up? Well, he's the beginning of his reign. I thought he was brilliant, but as he's got older, I think he's become more distracted with on-field antics, and that's for me is where his form has dipped down and where I lose patience with him, and that's my lot with him. Plus, the simple fact that he has criticised Arsenal Fan TV for whatever reason, he should just concentrate on his football, and that's the thing. He hasn't been concentrating on his football. So for me, adios amigos. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now, I like him. His versatility is key. He can fill in that left back. He can fill in the midfield area. Well, he is a midfield player, filling in at right back and left back. I get that. But in Mikel Arteta's eyes, he's not good enough. Well, I'm going to disagree with the manager because he played well in the midfield against Watford last season. Some will say, it's only Watford. But he performed well against what was put out in front of him. And what's his reward? He gets shipped out at Roma on loan. But yet we keep someone like Rob Holding, who's nowhere near good enough to play for Arsenal Football Club. So how does that work? I just don't understand it. For me, I would like to see him stay. But the reality is, I think Mikel Arteta is doing everything he can to get him another club and to get him out of the door. And that's in my personal opinion. If he stays at Arsenal, I would be delighted. Another player, Pablo Mari. I don't think he's quite good enough to play for Arsenal. I think he can cut it in the Premier League, but not with Arsenal. Not for me. I don't think he's quite mobile enough for a centre half. He's meant to be decent in the air, but there's something about him that I can't see why he will become a success for Arsenal or a top team in the Premier League. However, he wants to go to Italy. He feels that is his game. And his representatives are doing all they can to make it a reality. So if we get ship of him, or Spain on the attack here, and England are 1-0 down, Spain are 1-0 up. It's England 0, Spain 1 in the ladies European Championships. And I must say, England were cut to shreds here, and the defending were in 6s and 7s. Anyway, England ladies 0, Spain ladies 1. So as I was saying, who was I talking about? Anyone want to put it in the chat? Yeah, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now, I don't think he's been given a proper opportunity, you know, and that could be argued with Nicola Pepe. Arteta's not giving him the fair crack of the whip. But what do I know? Luca Torreira. Now we all know that he wants to go. He's made it public that he's homesick, and he's enjoyed his loan spell at Italy, even though Fiorentina will not be able to cough up the money that Arsenal are asking for him. So this is only one way. Well, there's other alternatives, and I think Lazio would definitely take an interest in him. Whether Lazio, I'm sure Lazio would like to pay up, but if Lazio pay the money that Arsenal are asking for, he could be theirs. If Roma had the money, and if he wants to go Roma, then somehow we've got to make it happen. And let's hope both parties can sort out a deal, because Torreira does not want to be in England. Right. I'm going to end it here and say, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls. Once again, I'd like to thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Saving the best to last, as I always do. Thank you so much for putting up with myself. Ooh. Anyways, I'll be here again tomorrow. I can't promise I'll be here tomorrow afternoon because of certain things that I have to do outside of my flat. So I have to go out and be here and there and everywhere, bits and pieces. But I will be here tomorrow evening. Until then, peace, love, and bless again. And remember, DLG Reppin', I'm always here to talk. So just remember, please be nice.